Good, pretty good.
You guys want to do the run through bike standard?
All right, Pete, run us through what you know.
Well, this afternoon, East Precinct officers responded here to the report of a shooting. Preliminary information they had was a business owner, insurance company out here, had an encounter with a man inside the business. This individual had come inside, made some threats, left. The business owner came outside, walked around the side of the business, was surprised by this individual who confronted him again and started to attack him. The business owner had a handgun, fired a shot, striking the person outside. That person ran down the street, ended up collapsing in the middle of 82nd Avenue. Presently, he is at the hospital receiving treatment. His condition is not known other than gunshot wound being treated by the hospital. So we don't know at this point if it's going to be a survivable injury or not. We're waiting to hear from the hospital. The business owner is cooperative. He's the one that called 911, immediately surrendered the firearm. He has been taken out to detectives to be interviewed, and we're in the early stages of the investigation. Right now, waiting for detectives to come out here and begin their processing of the crime scene.
Do you know what sort of threats were made?
Right now, it's not clear to me the depth of that conversation between these two or what the history may be. It sounds like the person was upset about some property that was gone. It was on this business owner's property. Came inside, made some threats to the business owner and his wife, who run this insurance company. Then left, and then the owner went outside, was confronted by this man again, and fired a shot.
Did that business owner have license to?
That's still to be determined from the investigators. They haven't talked to him yet.
What about the person who was shot? Did he have a weapon?
Unknown to me at this point. The only indication we have is one firearm present, and that was the business owner. That's in our custody. There's no public risk based on this incident at this point. We don't have a confirmed identity on the person that was shot or what his relationship is to the business, if any at all. The owner's been cooperative. Immediately he called 911, and we're speaking with his wife as well. And detectives will continue their investigation.
I'm sorry, can you again, you said there was, the guy was maybe upset about property of his that used to be on this property that was no longer there?
It's preliminarily some belongings, I should say, rather than property. Some of his belongings are not there, and that was a point of dispute. He went in to confront the business owner about where his belongings were, and then left the business. And the owner came outside again, and the guy confronted him, and that's when the shot was fired. So we're trying to flesh out what that was, if this is a homeless person perhaps leaving his belongings on a doorway or on the property, and the business owner discarding them. Unfortunately, it is something we deal with a bit out here along the Springwater Trail and the neighboring areas. So very early stages of the investigation. The business owner, again, he's not under arrest. He's been cooperative. He's going downtown to meet with detectives.
Any injuries to the business owner?
None that I'm aware of.
And any witnesses to the shooting?
I don't know that yet. Certainly, if there are any that haven't talked to police, we do want to hear from them. It's 82nd is a very busy street, lots of people out here. Maybe somebody walking by saw something and didn't realize what had happened. We'd like to hear from them.
Obviously, you just said it, 82nd is busy. This altercation spilled out into the parking lot there. Yeah. Shot fired. I mean, with cars going back and forth, so this could have had a different ending.
Certainly, and we don't know all the things that led up to this at this point, and so it's hard to really offer an opinion of, what the right thing to do is until we know more. But anytime there's gunfire in a public area, there's a concern for greater public injuries, and with any gun owner or licensed person to carry a firearm, we hope that they're trained, they're comfortable, they know the risks of using a firearm one way or the other to the person they're shooting at, perhaps, or the public. Kind of like just the way we train, always know what your backstop is, know what's beyond that shot, so you don't have a tragedy. That said, though, we need to figure out what led up to this and what the result of this confrontation was.
Is it accurate to say that the business owner is not in custody right now?
Yeah, he's cooperating. He's volunteered to go downtown for an interview with detectives, and so we're just waiting for the detectives to come out and begin processing the scene.
When will 82nd be open, do you think? Be a while. Or what?
Well, it's hard to say. We need to get a little better idea of the condition of the victim to determine if we're going to have our homicide investigators come out. If it looks, like he may not make it or doesn't survive. If it looks like he will survive, we'll have our assault detectives come out, and we should be able to get things cleared up just a little bit quicker. Hopefully, we'll know within the hour.
Did the business owner say if they have surveillance video they're able to provide you?
I don't know that yet. Yeah.
I imagine the big thing here is determining whether it's classified as self-defense.
Well, in any investigation, any kind of assault investigation or shooting investigation, you want to get to the facts. What led to the incident. Sometimes the facts early on make it clear that it wasn't. Other times, it's a little more unclear. And so that's what we're trying to get to is the facts of what happened, and then make a determination. We'll be coordinating with the district attorney's office, of course, and they'll guide us in kind of how we should proceed.
The fact that you have the shooter cooperating, what's the very next step? What are the police working on right now?
The next step will be to process the crime scene here and make sure we gather all the relevant evidence, get the streets back open, and then detectives will continue their interviews. And again, if there's anybody that did witness this or has any information that has not spoken to police, we'd want to hear from them. They can call the police on emergency line and reference that they have information about the shooting on 82nd.
Thanks, Pete.
Anybody else?
Good.
Appreciate it.